Hello guys, welcome to another backtesting video. Today I will be backtesting the data of 27th September, Wednesday 2023. I have been doing this backtesting for a while now. Now I have got a hold of it, you can say. Now it's becoming second nature to me. This strategy is very good because we are literally trading liquidity. The price is drawn towards liquidity. The price moves due to a reason for a pip, for the market to make a pip move more. For a pip move, it needs millions of dollars, right? So every pip happens for a reason. This move is planned by the institutions, by the big banks. If we can enable ourselves to prepare ourselves to trade with the big banks, we are already winning, bruv. So that's what we need to do. And as we can clearly see, here, I am backtesting the data of Wednesday, whereas Monday and Tuesday is so bearish, right? It's now making a lower low leg on the daily time frame. And also I have learned one more thing today after watching some YouTube videos is we have to watch what the market is doing when we are trading. Like in the daily time frame, it might be doing something like this, yeah, lower low. But in the lower time frames, this may be something like this, may look something like this, yeah, right? It can be a whole different trend on the lower time frames. So we have to be very careful for that, and we have to learn about that. Whereas after seeing this Monday and Tuesday candle, I was looking for sells on DXY, and whereas buys on sells on GBP USD and buys on DXY. As you can see here, Monday and Tuesday looks very bullish here on DXY, and also it has rebalanced the price to the T. Now if it goes up from here, it will not shock us. Whereas going down, looking for sells when the market is literally going up, is like trying to catch a falling knife, or trying to catch the top here, which we don't do, which I personally don't like to do. I like to go with the trend. Even if I lose, I am a pro trend trader. That's where I found the most success in, and while backtesting also, that's what working for me. So I'm gonna continue with that. And also I am now front testing, right? I'm going with the trend. Look, the trades are going like this, bro. If I took this trade today, it would have been a winner. I didn't took this trade because the Asian range was very big and my point of interest didn't mitigate it. If it happened like I anticipated, I would have taken this trade. This was the front test that I took today. It was a winner. So we are winning, bro. All I gotta do is consistency. Consistency is the key to success. Anything you need to do, if you do it consistently, you can't fail. Take full accountability of your mistakes. Give yourself feedback so that you don't make that mistakes again. Everything that happens to you is your fault. Remember that. Anything that happens to you in this world is your fault. Nobody is gonna come to save you. Nor, if you don't want to become a slave, then you have to work your way out, bro. That's what I've learned. So now, as our bias is bearish for Wednesday, in the 4 hour we look for price action, right? Market structure, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. This is the last high that I can spot that caused this low right here. This is the lower highs and lower lows. So obviously we are looking for sells. Now let me show you the quick analysis directly. There are a lot of mosquitoes and I've literally turned off the fan. I'm this much dedicated, yeah. This all is going to pay off soon. I'm gonna find a job first. And as we can see here, on the 4 hourly it was bearish. In the hourly, I have done the analysis. This was the previous day high and the previous day low was here, which was swept very early on Wednesday, yeah? On the Wednesday, the previous daily low was swept very early on, and this was the supply zone. I marked the one supply or two supplies according to the data, right? On the hourly, I don't like marking the zones on the 15 minutes before the market opens, because we don't know what the market will do, yeah? We don't know what the Asian range will do. Marking a supply zone here would make sense, but who knows? The Asian range might do something like this, and it will totally what's the word? Invalid. It will totally invalid our Asian range right here. So that is the reason I don't mark the M15. And if I show you the DXY analysis, DXY was clearly going up, making higher highs and higher lows on the 4 hourly. And now we have to see what the market is doing. What phase is it? What phase is the market right now? The market can either be on the impulsive phase, on the correction phase. So we have to notice that, yeah. And on the higher time frame, if it's in the correction phase, in the lower time frames, that can be a clear trend. So we also have to look for that. And here we can see the market has made a new high. Now a higher low and higher high makes sense. So it is perfect. This is what I'm looking for. And now on the H1, this supply zone I've marked, and in the M15. So now let me show you. On the H1, the price action is so clean. Also on the H1, I look for the price action, lower highs, lower lows. On Monday and Tuesday, I got some beautiful continuation setups. As you can see here, one continuation setup here, and there was also one continuation setup here. Continuation setups we take on the M15 fair value gap using the Fibonacci retracement, and the Fibonacci retracement works very well. I have also noticed that. So now this supply was made on 1730. As you can see, this is New York session, and this supply zone here was made on 930. Not one of the strongest supply zones, to be honest, this one right here, but not on our timing, right? Not on our kill zone. So I was I was not so not so sure about this trade, but even though I took it, so it is what it is. So now let me quickly show you the trade instead of wasting your time. The Asian range did something like this. So according to the Asian range, I marked this H1 supply, yeah, but after seeing the Asian range, I went to the M15 and I adapted to the market. And I marked this closest supply zone, which was on 8:30, which 10:30 p.m. This supply zone is not strong, not a strong supply zone due to the timing when it occurred, but it had the break of structure and fair value gap. So I just considered it, and what it did was, at first it gave the inducement. Here I didn't took the trade. Why? Here I didn't took the trade because it is Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday already went so much down, and just my intuition feeling told me that this was not the move, bro. This was an inducement. There was so much liquidity here that the market can sweep to continue a huge move, yeah. There was so much liquidity to the upside, so I waited. And also I have this correlated with DXY. As you can see, this was the fake move, and here after seeing DXY literally going up, flying on 2:15 p.m. right there, after seeing that, that's where I entered. And after seeing this beautiful rejection, remember, every time in the 15 minutes we want to see a rejection candlestick like this for selling. This is a bearish pin bar, a wick showing after sweeping a liquidity. Nothing is random, right? There was liquidity here, the price went up, swept this liquidity. This is a B setup because of the timing that it happened, but I decided to journal this trade because this trade was literally an example that anything can happen in the market. Sometimes we have to adapt in the market, yeah. So, and the rest was history. I targeted a 1:3 with a 10 pip stop loss. And also one more thing here, this was the Fibonacci retracement. If you miss the first entry, yeah, draw the fib level from the swing high to the swing low. The retracement happened to the OTE entry again. You could have entered the market again here, right? And also, if you have missed the entry right there, after this, the market also have made the move. Beautiful OTE entry right there on the 15. Even that works. I have noticed that. And this trade played out to the T, but to be honest, this was a break-even trade, because I would have break even my trade and took some partials right around here. I can't lie, I will not lie to myself, because in the live markets is the test in live markets, yeah. So it was a break-even trade, but 100% I would have taken some partial profits here, and overall it was a winner. And following the trend is so profitable, yeah. Clearly we can see here, when we follow the trend we win. Monday, Tuesday was bearish, we followed the trend, we won the trade. That is what we want to do as traders. Even here on the live markets, for now Donald Trump is the new president, so the markets are a little bit choppy, or you can say over volatile due to his tariffs and all. But even though trend is your friend, if you follow the trend you will win. So even now the next day I'm looking for buys again, yeah.